into office in 2005, I came out of the state controller's office, and I was very suspect of school districts, not-for-profits, anybody that got taxpayer money. And I want to reiterate what Senator LaValle has said, that whenever I'm out in the community, I can wholeheartedly defend and support what comes out of this administration here through Superintendent Gerstenmaier or this school board, because I know how committed they are to the community. I know the unique challenges that are within the very large geographic boundaries of this school district and the remarkable job that they do in overcoming those challenges. And I'm very proud of that. But I know that there's a whole lot more out there. Like they said earlier, like Dan said, there are things that, or I think maybe it was Alan, that the churches are dealing with, that the school district is dealing with, and can we reach some kind of synergy? And also, for example, when Joe, I don't remember where he's sitting right now, Joe Lecce came to meet me. You know, he was running some programs in the community, and you know, you could probably attest that it was probably like a cross-examination as a not-for-profit coming to me saying, you know, I want you to fight for us in the state budget, because I wanted to know everything about each not-for-profit. And like Senator LaValle said, a lot of not-for-profits had similar mission statements, not necessarily in the same community, but you know, there's macro organizations that come to us and want us to fight for funding in the state budget, and they say that they go into the Ridge community, for example, and I'm sure Senator LaValle has the same attitude that I do. It's like, well, prove it. What have you done? And some have something to back it up, and others don't yet, but would like to help. Joe, early on, you know, maybe my first year or two in office, was able to come in and floor me with issues in the community that I had no idea. You know, you don't see as an elected official as you go from community to community and event to an event. You know, some of the challenges that we have, and it's almost like a point of access. When a family needs help, for example, and if Joe is dealing with it, or the school district is dealing with it, or another church is dealing with it, what I realize is I get to deal with such a variety of organizations, even within the same community, that might not know each other's mission statements, or missions, or what they do and can accomplish. So aside from the synergy of everybody pooling together, when Joe and Ira and Dan and Alan came to meet with me and talked to me about this concept, I thought, for example, you know, when you have a student that's in crisis, and you're able to identify that the parent might also need a job, and I believe you have job counseling through Lifeline, but I wasn't sure if Joe realized that even at the town of Brookhaven, if once they're going for their job interview, for example, if it's a mother, she doesn't have an interview outfit. Well, you have Dress for Success at town of Brookhaven, where we can make sure that she has the appropriate attire to go for the interview. And something as small as that could be a roadblock. And I wanted to make sure that not-for-profits that are these points of access know what the other person is doing, so that we can have more of an effect. And so when they did this meeting, I suggested exactly, and Senator LaValle and I hadn't talked, but I suggested the exact same thing that Senator LaValle had said, and that we should get everybody together as a start, but also on a continuing basis. Even if it's just to report, you know, constituent cases or whatever it is that we're doing, so that we can try to find ways to work together and be even more effectual. I've seen what works in 5 years. I would like to see, you know, if this is possible, that this continues in regular meetings where we have goal setting and review, where you can give me an assignment as an elected official, and I know by the next meeting I have to report back to you of what we were able to accomplish. And it's not just, you know, in the state budget do this, but it's reach out to these 3 organizations. For example, we just met yesterday, Christy and I, from the Ridge Civic on the Lustgarten House, and she gave me a couple of assignments that I have to do by the next time we have to meet. And it's good because, you know, instead of just giving a speech and talking about some of our problems, and, you know, we'll identify our proposed solutions, and we'll come back to each other and have to report back. I mean, you can hold me accountable, I can hold you accountable, but we'll all be accountable to the community at large. So, I mean, this is absent elected officials, this is a great, remarkable start, the fact that you're here on a Saturday morning doing this. And like Dan said, that you're the people that go out there every night when you're tired from work for the community. But you also can empower Senator LaValle and I to do a whole lot better of a job by helping to identify all of our community needs and forming a consensus of how to address them. So, I thank you and applaud you for doing this, and I look forward to working with you. Thanks.